G'day guys, I'm Tom Loren, this is an XB Coupe and we're going to start putting all the wrong parts on it. Alright guys, welcome to Fat Rides. You might be inclined to think that since you saw the bonnet coming off, that we actually have an engine going in, and we do, but we're not going to be doing that right now, because there are a lot of other things that weren't meant to go into a Falcon Coupe which are going to be going into them. Things like wiring and all this sort of stuff, because this car is now set up to take everything from, say, 2015 Ford Mustang onwards. So all the late model gear. Why did I choose a Mustang? Well, why not? It's almost similar, like it's about the same length. It's about, I don't know, 86 millimeters shorter or something like that. I don't know. But it was a very good fit, put it that way. I'm going to delay putting the engine in until we've actually kind of worked on the wiring. Going to get all the wiring harness kind of sorted, semi-sorted, at least get it all in there. We've also got to work out all the brake lines, so I just thought it'd be a lot easier to get that stuff done before the engine actually goes in. So that's what we'll do. We'll jump into that now. Don't forget to subscribe too if you like what we're doing. And now, having said all of that, I jump onto something completely different. I'd actually done the driver's side suspension the other day and I thought I'd better finish the passenger side before I carry on with anything else. So here it is, we're going to get the rest of the suspension installed. First thing I need to do is remove this little piece of RHS. It was put there to lock the suspension solidly in one position for the torsion beam test. It's just held in the same points as where the coilover normally would be. Now I'm going to remove the caliper so I'm able to install the sway bar. So here you can see where the sway bar has to thread through the cross member. It's that oval shaped hole. So I've got to take the arm off the end that hooks to the drop link, and also those aluminium blocks which bolt through the cross member, and then this sway bar slides through those. Now that the mounting blocks are in, you can go ahead and install the sway bar. Now the sway bar's in, I can go ahead and install the drop links. So we now have our sway bar in, and I just want to say that I've got the utmost respect for the guys at United Speed Shop for the quality of work that they put out. I mean, this front end, as far as I'm concerned, is a beautiful work of art in engineering terms. I mean, just look at the size of this, these control arms, this lower control arm, the sturdiness of it all, and you know, they even went ahead and milled out an adapter bracket out of a piece of solid aluminium so that their front end could take my Brembo brakes. They also set it up here so that I can still use the ABS of the original Mustang Donor car. So it's actually their hub, but that gear is from the Mustang hub. So yeah, just love it. Beautiful work. Thanks guys. So now I'm going to go ahead and install the coilover. It's a QA1 coilover. Alright guys, we've done the front, now we're going to jump onto the back. I need to install this nice new half shaft, which is actually 100mm shorter than a normal Mustang one. Then we're going to be taking out that brace that was put in there for the beam testing. We're going to put in the shock absorber, put on the disc and the brake calipers, whack the wheel back on, and then we can jump into something else like the wiring, which is what I started talking about in the intro. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the steel brace that's put in place of the shock absorber. Next is the upper camber arm. Now the bearing hub. I'm now going to give the axle surface a little bit of a wipe and then put a very thin layer of grease on it just to help with the install. So I've made a mistake here. I should have actually dropped that alloy casing down before putting the axle in, but I thought since I've come this far I'll just leave the axle in place and then go ahead and drop it. I give the axle a few twists and a very firm shove and I can feel it just seat into place nicely, but I'm going to jump underneath and just check it. I look at both sides and it looks like both axles are seated just right. While I'm under there, I realise that this lower control arm is damaged. You can see that there's a crack in the side of it right through the centre of that hole. I've got some aftermarket ones, so I'm going to be replacing the originals with them. So with the lower control arm in, I go ahead and install the bearing housing. And in goes the adjustable drop link. Adjustable camber arm. And now we put the QA1 shock absorber in. And finally I start installing the brake system. Alright guys, I think on second thoughts, we'll leave the wiring till the next video and we'll just call this installing the suspension video. So I didn't realise how much different it was with those pieces of RHS bolted in for the engineer's test, because now that I've got the rear suspension set up, you can see where it's going to end up sitting, and I think it's a really nice stance. You can imagine once the engine goes in, Yeah, I think it's going to be looking pretty cool. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll get the next one out to you as soon as possible. This time I really will start with some wiring. I don't know how far I'm going to get because there's a lot of it. Please go ahead and subscribe and give us a like, and we'll catch you in the next one.